to another video. As you'll notice, I'm driving right now. It's super hot, 93 in Utah, but fortunately my coldest water bottle fits perfectly in my Tesla, and it's incredibly awesome and keeps my water cold while I'm out shopping. So I freaking love this cup, highly recommend it. Be sure to check out the link in the description below, code Flankster for 10% off. And with the coldest water bottle, you can create your own to make it unique. So stay cold longer with the new Limitless bottle by Coldest. Stays cold for 36 hours, 100% leak proof, and I can prove that. Literally nothing coming out, even with the straw. So link in the bio, comes with 3 lids. Awesome, awesome cup, legit. Alright, YouTubers, now let's get to the video for today. Today we need to do an updated, alright, let me shut that door. Updated top 5 best life-size bus in the collection. You notice I moved the clicker bus back here. There's a reason. I don't like the spot where it was at. I need to have it on the main video game wall, but I don't want it there until I get the Last of Us statue, or at least like Uncharted. Maybe when I get the Uncharted, or I don't know. I'm going to keep it here for now because I want to be able to enjoy all angles, like a 360-degree view. Plus, the arm doesn't stick out too much that it's, you know, like a walking hazard like Bruce Lee was. Honestly, I've even thought, what if I just put Bruce Lee here? You know, 1/3 that, and just kept Khaleesi there, but moved Snow and put her bust next to him. I could do that. I mean, I could do clicker bust where Bruce Lee bust is at, and then to the right do the Last of Us statue, raised, same height level as this, Uncharted beneath, Tomb Raider, and one additional statue, honestly. Anyways, let's get to the top 5 best busts of the collection. Now that we've received 2 grails, which are both top 5 pieces for me, let's do an updated list. Starting with number 5. Alrighty, before we actually do get to number 5, I did want to mention, so any top 10 list is always ever changing depending on mood and, you know, what statue's kind of newer and the hype in general, you know, movies coming out, all sorts of things. There's definitely a lot of things that come into play. And I also think that maybe we should just make this a top 10. I own over 40 life-size busts, and pretty much every Infinity Studios one. And, you know, there's so many incredible busts, and little Gizmo is just trying to make out. He loves to lick. He's a chronic licker. All right, yeah, we need to just make this a top 10. Screw top 5. We want to talk about the 10 best busts in the collection. And, of course, a plethora of them are going to be in this room right here. You know, and the only one contenders in those rooms really is Bruce Lee bust. Then over here we got several contenders. All right, let me think this through thoroughly. Hold on. Alrighty, so number 10 on my list is actually going to be Bruce Lee bust. This bust is nearly perfect. It's just a B to display due to the depth and the width and the fact it needs top, you know, shelf space. So it's pretty difficult to display. Nevertheless, it is absolutely phenomenal because it's, you know, silicone bust with like a 99% likeness, has a weapon, sick looking base that, you know, tons of silicone, like real fingerprints. It's definitely one of the most impressive silicone busts. It doesn't have necessarily a height presence because it's only like 29 inches tall, but it does have that depth and width presence, and it's definitely amazing. So number 10, Bruce Lee. All right, number 9 and 8 is actually going to be Harley and Mera. I think Mera overall is a slightly better bust due to the, you know, superior likeness and her having a polystone hand and the likeness being a tad off. But these are definitely 2 of my absolute favorite busts. You know, Harley having the bat and the gun, the silicone arms, that one has the silicone hand, absolutely gorgeous portrait. Mera's freaking just perfect, like there's not really any flaws. Silicone boobies, silicone hands, gorgeous hair, gorgeous face, gorgeous eyes. I love her tiara, her base is fantastic, you know, like she's pretty much near perfect bust. So that is going to be number 9 and number 8. Number 7 is going to be Loki bust. The only reason this wouldn't be higher is the lack of arms, but the likeness is fantastic. The hair styled is definitely wrong for Avengers 1. They just made it curly. It should be a layered, you know, like slightly weavy, layered look. It shouldn't be curly. So, I don't have the means of getting this professionally fixed, and I'm not going to attempt to do it. But the outfit looks freaking amazing, and I love the base. The helmet's incredibly cool. So, definitely checks all the boxes. The face looks amazing. I would say just the lack of arms, at least one arm holding the Tesseract, or, one arm with Tesseract, the other with his freaking scepter and fixed hair, then this thing would be like a top 2. But for as is, it's going to be number 7 on the list, Queen Loki. Alrighty, next one on the list, which is number 6, is going to be Queen Arnold. Definitely one of my favorite busts in the collection. There's a reason it's here. It's definitely lacking in terms of, I wish it had more overall body and arms, like an Infinity Studio style. But this does check all the boxes in terms of cool base. Absolutely amazing battle damage with like the bullet holes, that hole, seeing the endo, this, light up eyes. Likeness is, a solid 95%. And it is a big bust in general, like it's 30 inches tall. But I would have loved to have seen an arm with a shotgun, or even like the battle damaged arm. I know Queen is going to do another Arnold, but I still don't think it'll top this, because this is extremely good due to the battle damage. If this was a clean Arnold, it wouldn't make my top 10 at all. It's the battle damage that makes this so special. So Arnold, number 6. Alrighty, so I lied. This is going to be a top 11. But number 5, we're just going to call it a tie. Captain America bust and Wonder Woman bust. I can't decide which one I truly like more, because, Captain has incredible presence. He has 2 weapons, which are both really well done. Pretty cool looking costume in general. Absolutely phenomenal portrait, like a 95% plus likeness with really good silicone, like kind of dirty looking, like he's in battle. He has blood, real hair, amazing glass eyes. Wonder Woman has the edge because it's Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, one of my, all-time favorite Hollywood crushes. Really good likeness, also like a solid 95%. Tons of silicone. Where Cap just has silicone on the hands and the face, this has full silicone portrait, silicone back, silicone upper chest, silicone arms. Incredibly well done. The armor looks amazing. And in general, I probably think this armor looks cooler than Cap. Base is probably about equal. Cap has the presence. I like Wonder Woman character probably a little bit better, even though I really love Cap. If I had to sell one, I'd sell Cap over her, though, so I'd probably put her slightly above Cap. But, yeah, they're both absolutely amazing, so that's a double 5. Let's get to number 4. Number 4 is going to be the Pennywise bust by Blue Box Hyper with my custom, well, not custom, but Prime 1 Pennywise half-scale base. Now, if this did not have the base, and it was just that, I would not make this in my top 10. It is because of the base that this bust becomes extra special, because that base is a masterpiece in its own and is the best part of, the half-scale Pennywise. So by taking the best part of that and then throwing Blue Box on top, it just made it an extra special bust. So it's, one of the best looking portraits. The body, nothing to brag home about. I have far better busts in terms of body, but this does have one of the best looking portraits and best looking bases. Plus, it's my favorite horror character, so that also adds, an extra level of me loving this. Additionally, I do think in general, I prefer looking at a creature versus a human when it comes to a life-size bust, because, a human versus a creature. Creatures are just cooler looking. It's as simple as that. So, Pennywise, number 4. Number 3 and 2 is between these two. Now, I've been trying to debate which one I think is overall better. And here's what I've kind of come to the conclusion. Clicker has a better base. Body is about... see, it's a tough one, because this is like a humanoid body, but it's zombified. It has an arm with like really good nails and zombie effects. And then a shirt, and the shirt's really well done. This, definitely could use a better overall paint up, but it's still very good. But then it has so much going on in the back and the shoulders. I'd probably give the edge slightly to Alien, though. But that is like, if Alien's 100, this is like 99. Because, Jupiter's freaking cock, folks. This thing is so good. Now, when it comes to the portrait... That's also a tough one because the clicker bust, to me, looks more detailed and more realistic. You know, like the silicone teeth, tongue, forehead, the ear on one side where you have, you know, this gross zombie effect. Like, this legit looks like it could be a real clicker in real life. You know, like, it looks so realistic. The real hair, it just freaking insane. The alien bust obviously has a 3-foot long head with that clear dome and a skull inside. You know, it's also just incredibly cool looking. The clicker has a better looking mouth. I mean, this is still cool, don't get me wrong, like these chromed, sharp alien teeth and then the little alien thing inside. I think if the alien was open mouth, like that one, you know, I would give the edge. I really like the skull and the dome effects inside, and in general, they're both so cool. It's honestly hard to say. It's kind of like a tie. So it's like the alien bust slightly wins on body, probably a tie in the portrait, and that wins on the base. So I'd probably say, also, I like Last of Us more than Alien, like in terms of movie versus TV show or video game. Like, I definitely love Last of Us way more. So I'd probably say Alien, then Clicker. So 3 and 2. Because of my love of The Last of Us, slightly more realism. They both have about the similar presence. You know, they're both 35, 36 inches tall, both quite deep, both incredibly, like, 10 out of 10 grails, that's the thing. So, you know, it's like hand in hand. They're kind of like equal pieces in my eyes, but for the sake of the video and my love of Last of Us, I put the clicker slightly above the alien bust. So, 3, 2. Before we get to number 1, which you all know what is anyway, so let's do some honorable mentions. Every other Infinity Studios and Queen Studios silicone bust I own. Catwoman, Joker, I wish I could include them all. Doctor Strange, Superman, Batman, Aquaman, all absolutely amazing busts in every which way possible. And I, you know, love them all to death. But Thanos is definitely number 1 in my books. Most presence. One of the best looking portraits. You know, I think like Clicker and Alien look cooler, but in this room, it definitely has like my favorite portrait, you know, because it has that more alien look with the helmet, and the helmet's super cool. The size presence, the armor's the coolest looking, no doubt. The arm has the Infinity Gauntlet, which is cooler than any other weapon out there. Base, very cool. Not as cool as the original one, but still very cool. But it's really the size and just the overall look of the piece that makes this truly special. So Thanos bust is still number 1. Is there a bust that can top this? It's kind of hard to say, but I'm leaning towards no. Now, I know some DBZ companies are going to be doing like a life-size Broly that's as big as this, which is going to be insane. But Broly couldn't top Thanos. He's not as cool looking. Now, I'm also looking at getting a custom Kratos life-size silicone bust. And if it comes to fruition and comes out as good as me and the artist are talking about in terms of likeness and detail, like it'd be silicone, glass eyes, hand-punched hair, acrylic teeth holding a weapon, I think that could top Thanos. Just because I like Kratos more than Thanos. But Thanos is still my favorite villain of all time, but Kratos is my 3rd favorite character of all time. You know, 3 or 2 is interchangeable with Scorpion. I'd still probably put Kratos above Scorpion, though. But due to that and how cool looking Kratos is, I'd probably do the custom Kratos above this. But we'll see if that actually comes out. I really hope it does. You know, I'm working it out with this commissioner. So, you know, if we can do like an Infinity Studio style custom Kratos bust, I think that is probably one of the only pieces out there that could top Thanos for me. Otherwise, that is what I would list as of this exact time and moment I'm filming this video as my top 10 favorite. Again, like I said, it's constantly changing. Next minute, I could put, you know, Catwoman and Joker in there, or whoever I want. You know, it's really difficult to make these type of lists when you own 40 different life-size busts, and they're all so incredible in their own way. You know, every one of my busts I absolutely love. I would say my least favorite bust would probably have to be Chronicle T-Rex due to the paint app, and maybe my 2 Predator busts due to the paint apps. All my other busts, I would say, were just spot on in terms of detail, coolness, and likeness and everything. Those 2 I just need to get repainted. But that is it, though, folks. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What is your favorite bust in the Flankster cave? And I'll see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.